The White Olive Tree is my next C-drama watch. This is going to be my first impressions of this show. I don't know what I expected going into it, but I'm definitely a little perplexed. Hi, I'm Monique. I am the host of Off by Purple Heart podcast, where I talk to you about K-dramas and C-dramas and BTS and so much more. I'm not gonna lie to you, I wanted to get into this because the male lead of this show is phenomenal and I loved him in Mr. Bad Guy. I absolutely adore Hidden Love. Like, you don't understand. I know I'm a newer C-drama fan, but Hidden Love was like my modern C-drama. Like, I obsessively watched that show. I have the DVD set of that show. I have like merch from that show, like things that Xiao Lesu was wearing whilst filming for that show. Like, I am obsessed. I loved it. I thought this was definitely interesting in like a more serious tone, and I decided to give it a try. And I'll be honest with you, I was kind of left whelmed with the first episode, if that makes sense. I wasn't overwhelmed, I wasn't underwhelmed, I was just whelmed. The main premise for the show is we start off in East Country, Liang City, and we're shown a reporter, and it looks like she's having a day off, and we see her just kind of enjoying her surroundings and her environment. And then a massive attack happens, and the show kind of goes from 0 to 100 within a span of like 2 minutes. Like, it's very crazy. The tone switch was just like that, and you kind of get thrusted into action with this reporter, Song Ran. We are also introduced to Lee Zan, who is our male lead character as well. And there's been multiple interactions between the two of them in the first episode. And he actually ends up saving her life. She goes on to a military camp base and accidentally hits a bomb. It's one of those where if you put pressure on it and then take pressure off, that's the trigger point and your life is in danger. So he comes in, and through very careful negotiation, because he is a engineer, he's like a specialist with bombs, and he is volunteering his services. He's talking her through it. She's utterly frightened and scared, and he ends up saving her life. And then from that day forth, they kind of get separated, and the remainder of the episode is about Song Ran kind of recounting her experiences in Lian City and or in Eastern Country, and recounting all her experiences and everything that she was sent to do there as a reporter. But also she kind of has this personal mission now to reconnect with this man who saved her life, that was very mysterious, who was very charming, but was able to kind of diffuse a situation, save her life, and do so in a way that really struck a chord with her. And it kind of unfolds from there. Tone-wise, the show is interesting. It kind of goes back and forth between the action and not. I think the way it's filmed is beautiful. I think the cinematography was nice. Color grading is really nice. I think both actors are pretty capable, but I was kind of left whelmed with it because we get all this intense action, and then the two main leads kind of separate, and then it's the female lead essentially being wistful, Song Rang being wistful, wondering if she's going to be able to meet this young, handsome, dashing man again who saved her life but is very mysterious. And I really wanted more, and I don't know, and I can't pinpoint exactly what more I wanted from it, but I felt like there was something kind of missing. If you're someone that has watched The Olive Tree or have watched multiple episodes, maybe you can engage with me as well if you come across this video podcast and let me know your thoughts as the show has progressed. I'm intrigued enough by it, and because I like the actor a lot in particular, I'm going to continue the show. And I believe the writers for this show almost also wrote Fireworks of My Heart, which was a very interesting Chinese drama that I watched. Very interesting, chaotic show, full of high melodrama, just a lot going on in that show. So if I am correct in that assumption that they're the same team for this show could potentially get very interesting. I think there was chemistry there, but I don't think it was super strong. But I don't know if that was an intentional choice from the writing, because there is going to be this little separation, and we kind of got teased in the final minute of episode 1 that they do reconnect when the female lead thinks all hope is lost. And she's like, well, I met this man in a moment of time. The likelihood of him being in the same city as me is very low, and I can hit all my contacts as best as I can. Chances are very low that I'm going to meet him again. And it seems like she's hit like a lot of dead ends, only for his voice to kind of pop up towards the end. So I guess we're going to get them reunited in episode 2. But I was kind of left whelmed, which I did not expect. I really did expect to love this show and to hit the ground running and be like, oh my god, this is gonna be like my next C-drama obsession to kick the year off, because I really want one. But I will say it was interesting enough for me to approach it, but I'm kind of being cautious. So I really do want feedback. If you have watched the show, let me know what your thoughts of it. I've heard some stuff here and there. I've heard that it does drag a bit. There's about 38 episodes. It's still ongoing. It's still airing. I think it's well into 20 plus episodes now. So I'm very much behind, but I'm kind of intrigued, but I was kind of underwhelmed, but not really, if that makes any sense. Let me know your commentary. I cannot stress that enough. I'm really curious if you're watching the YouTube format of this video podcast. If you're listening via Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please interact with those platforms as well. I really do appreciate it. And that commentary is so vital to me. I like connecting with you guys. Till the next podcast episode.